What's up, y'all? This your girl Goldmouth coming at y'all to show y'all how I make my wig of these 4 bundles of 18-inch Brazilian curly wave hair. And first off, what I did was I secured my closure to the head of this mannequin with pins, and all I'm going to do next is sew it down. I just take the pins out as I go. Starting at the top, I'm going to sew this side, then I'm going to go over and sew this side, and then I'm going to go sew the back last. Now with my closure, what I learned the last time is that I prefer to sew my closure through the elastic. I don't know why. I haven't seen anybody do it. Most people say don't go through the elastic, but the last time I was scared to cut my wig because I thought the elastic was gonna pop off. So with my closure, I sew through the elastic so that can secure when I do go back in and I cut my the bottom part of my elastic off. So that's the reason why I sew completely through the elastic when I do my closure. I don't do that with the rest of the hair though. I don't sew through the elastic on any other part. And the only thing I do when I'm sewing is I do the loop and pull method. And I do that basically for the complete entire head. Okay, right here where I sewed through the cap at, I wasn't able to do the loop and pull, so I just did the traditional in and out method because I was going through it, so I wasn't able to loop the thread, but it's sewn down very secure because I did all of my stitches close together. So right here, once I pass the elastic on the thread, I'm just going to go under, and I'm holding my thread right here so that way it's going to go into a loop. See how I did that loop? And then I'm going to continue to do that on both sides. I'm going to do this side first, and then I go to the next side. And I just keep doing the same thing all the way around. Okay, I want to show y'all exactly what I was doing, what I was talking about when I said I was just doing the basic under and over. I would go through the closure, all the way through, and all the way through the elastic. Just go through and then take it back under the elastic and go back up through the closure, just like this. I was going through just like this, all the way through the elastic, and then go back up through the elastic, pull the needle through, all the way through, just like that. And I kept doing the same thing until I got to the end of the elastic. This is the only time I go through the elastic. And I did this because the last time I made my wig, y'all know that was my first wig, I ended up having to go back and sew down my closure to the elastic. Maybe I didn't have to, but I was scared that my elastic it didn't have nothing to hold on to once I cut it. So by me not, it was only going to hold on to the thin layer at the top, and I thought that was going to stretch it too much. So I just went ahead and sewed through the elastic the last time so it didn't mess anything up. So now that I'm done going through the elastic, I'm going to continue. I'm going to start doing the loop and pull method. Just take the needle through and pull. And do the same thing until I get all the way to the top. Loop it around that and pull. Okay, so I just come to show y'all real quick that I have completely sewn my closure down all the way around. I did the left side, the right side, and then I did the back. So I'm going to come show you guys that it will still fit on my head even though I sewed through the elastic cap. Okay, see? It still fits on my head, and it's a comfortable fit. It's not too tight, and it feels good, and it fits all the way around. I got on a bonnet, so it's probably sticking out. But I'm just coming to show y'all that my cap is going to fit when I'm done with my wig. But the only thing I gotta tell you is do not sew through the elastic on any other part of the wig, or it won't work. Okay? And make sure you're using a mannequin head that's the same size as your head. So now for my first track, I'm going to lay my track at the very end. The last time I didn't do it like this, and then I found that when I pulled my hair back in the front, it was too many like gaps that I did not like. So I'm going to go all the way around from the very beginning of my hair until I get to the other side. And I'm going to sew my track at the very end of this cap. Okay, so now that I have my hair positioned where I want it at the very edge of the cap, I'm going to go through that first layer of the stocking cap and not go entirely through the elastic. And I'm going to go through, completely through the track. I'm going to do that again so I can secure it, making sure not to go through the elastic. If you learn not to go through the elastic, y'all, that's like the most important step in the wig making process when you making a wig on a dome cap. Now with this first track, I'm going to sew this first entire track through. I'm going to go through the entire width. That's what I'm going to do, just to make sure it's extra secure. Once I get off this track, then I won't do that for the next track. Okay, I'm done with this whole track all the way around, all the way to the other side. Now what I did was I sewed it close, so if one day I might want to wear my hair with leave out and blend it a different kind of way, I can leave my hair out and be able to flip it up and be able to wear it like in an updo. Okay, that's why I did that track like that. So I am on the third track, and as you can see, I brought this one all the way to the front to lay it down. This is going to be my side that kind of like my bang side, and this is going to be the side that's not the bang. So I'm going to lay the track. I'm going to stop with the track and I'm going to try to lay these at an angle like this, going this way, and here I'm going to keep bringing them down so that it will fall in my face. So I'm going to keep doing the single loop stitch method until I get all the way up here, and then when I get up here to the center part, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so now I'm done. I got all 3 bundles in almost. I got 2 pieces left, y'all, for real. So as y'all can see, I have an uneven space here, and it gets smaller here. So that's at that point, that's when I start piecing a couple of tracks together in order for me to fill in the gaps. So you have to fill in the gaps if you run into something like that, and just cut hair to fit where you want it to go, and then you'll be fine. Just make sure you sew them on good so these pieces won't be loose. They're going to be secured to the wig. So finally, I am on the very last track. And y'all, this is every bit of hair that was in my bundles. 4 bundles of 18-inch and a 14-inch closure. This is the absolute last piece, okay? Like, I use every string of that hair. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is watch where I got my closure at, because the last time when I made a wig, it was I laid this too close to the edge, and then when I cut my lace, I could feel this in front of my you know, it was kind of in front of the lace like that a little bit. So, and I need to take in consideration this time, this is only my second time, y'all, that when I cut the lace, I'm still going to need, you know, space for this track to lay. So I take my needle and I go about like a finger widths away from the beginning of the track. That way you won't see the knot. Once you know, the knot right here, it won't sit at the front of the track, so you won't see it at your hairline. And I do every track this way, no matter if it's at the hairline or not. And I take it through 2 times. Okay, the last time I take it through, for the 3rd time, I'm sorry, I take it through the very end. I try to get as close to the end as I can get in this track, or should I say the beginning. So now I'm going to lay this track. Now that I got my thread in there, I'm going to lay it back a little bit off, you know, back like I said. So I'm going to go under this track, under the closure, just like that, and connect. And try to get this as close to the closure as you can, so you won't see no, you know, gaps like that. So it should end up being closed like this all the way around. Just take my pins and sit it where I need it to sit at. And for my closure, I think I went back too far. For my closure, I am going to not double loop, but I'm just going to do a single stitch. And I'm going to go through the closure and also through the last weft, so I can make sure that it is secure. And I'm also right here, I'm not going through the band. I already went through the elastic band once on the very first time I sewed it, so I'm not going through it again, just to make sure, you know, I don't tighten up my cap. So I'm just going to keep doing this up and down. That did kind of do a little loop there. I don't want that, because I don't like that look. I don't like that look when it comes to the closure part. So I'm going to unloop that. Okay, y'all, I am completely done. Finally, thank you, Jesus. Okay, as you can see, I have just a single loop stitch here. Not even a loop, just a single stitch all the way around the last track, so it won't have this bulky thread around here like the other tracks do. This was how you sew the last track on, and everything is seamless, and we good to go. Listen, y'all stay tuned to my next video, and I will show you how this wig looks. Let me see if I can go out. How this wig looks styled and on my head, and you know, I'm gonna cut it up and make it, you know, shape it up and stuff. But that's all I got to say in this video, y'all, and I will holler at y'all later. Bye.